Hello all. Welcome to the overview of PMP certification by Refami Group, and I'm your trainer Shubha. Agenda for this overview looks like this. I'll start with introduction of Refami Group and myself. I will move on to why do we need to do PMP certification, followed by the topics or the content that I would be covering when I take PMP training before you go ahead with certification. Who are the target audience and why should you prefer Refami Group over rest of the other training institute? What's the conclusion or the takeaway? With that, I will get started with introduction. Refami Group has been in industry for more than 4 years and we have done multiple trainings. With that, we have more than 50,000 professionals in our network whose expertise range from QA to developer to business analyst to project manager, etc. The tagline for Help Refami Group is Help and Get Help. About myself, I'm PMP certified. I'm in industry for more than 18 years and have been with IT throughout. I have vast experience in different fields of IT. Starting from system engineering to SAP development, I have moved on as consultant, project manager, scrum master, and I'm also an agile coach. I'm a key contributor to multiple various projects and I have led various PMI workshops. I'm also a certified Scrum Master, Safe Agilist, and a Safe Practitioner. With that quick intro, I will move on to what, why, and how of PMP. In this fast-moving world of Agile, the constant query that we hear is, hey, when whole world is moving towards Agile, why should we do PMP certification? The answer just lies in the question there. Project manager starts the project with project charter, works with various stakeholders, plans it, executes it, make sure there are no slips in deliverables, and then we close the project. Now let's map it back to different roles in the world of Agile. Product owner does exactly the same thing of stakeholder management, understanding the business value, prioritizing that, and Scrum Master does the planning and execution. So, a project manager who has been performing the role of a project manager can actually blend easily into one of the two roles in the word of Agile framework, or in the word of Agile, as we say. It could be a product owner who understands the priority in the business value and works with stakeholders, or he or she could directly work as Scrum Master who is mainly concentrating on planning, execution, removing the impediments, etc. And PMP is agnostic of industry, and this enables certified professionals to apply the concept they have learned in any industry. It could be starting from IT to construction industry. The underlying framework, the underlying concept of project management just remains the same. With PMP certification, one will be able to mitigate the risk with triple constraints. What are these triple constraints? I will cover in detail when we undergo the PMP training, but just as a brief knowledge for you to take away after this overview, the triple constraints are time, cost, and quality. Can you do this standalone? No, you have to be able to have good stakeholder management skills. You will also understand the need of clear communication, which includes but not limited to procurement and vendor management. These are the things which a project manager does on a day-to-day basis, and this is exactly what happens in the world of Agile, where a product owner and Scrum Master together are trying to perform this role. What would be the topics or contents that would be covered when you actually attend the training? I would start with the history of PMBOK. What is PMBOK? Project Management Body of Knowledge. Why is it called Body of Knowledge? It's a group of people or a body which has evolved over a period of time to make sure the best in class project management details are available when you go through this training, and it is run by PMI, which is a non-profit organization. The current version of PMBOK is 6th edition, and the content that would be covered in the training would definitely, we will start with introduction. We will cover different knowledge areas, which includes project scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder management. All this tied together, what is known as project integration management. These are the things you would go in detail when you attend the PMP training. Now let's move on to whom this is targeted for. Is there a minimum criteria for anyone to undergo PMP training? Absolutely not. But is there a minimum criteria for anyone to take PMP certification? Yes, there is some minimum criteria, but for training, anyone who is interested, who is aspiring to be a project manager, who wants to understand end-to-end concept of project management, can attend the training. But for certification, you need to have at least 4,500 hours that you should have spent in leading and directing projects. You should have 35 hours of project management education, which is nothing but the 35 hours of training that you would get when you attend the PMP training. As I mentioned, it is absolutely for people who want to increase their project management skills, who want to prepare for project management certification, and any role who wants to move from a particular role to project manager can undergo this training. What is the typical role? It could be anyone you could think of in the industry and who wants to transition to project management. So there is no minimum criteria for training, but yes, you need to have minimum criteria to undergo certification. Now the question of why refer me group when there are so many other industries out there which will provide training, or when there are so many other training institutes out there. As I mentioned, we have more than 50,000 professionals in our group, right? With this, let's say you go ahead attend a training in some other training institute, you understand the concept, you get the certification done, excellent, boom, you have cleared the certification, congrats. What happens next? You will have to figure out. That's the edge that Refer Me Group has compared to rest of the training institute. Refer Me Group will not say, okay, you've completed, congrats, goodbye, nice meeting you. Instead, we help you continue building your network. And as you see, we have more than 50,000 professionals in our network, and it's growing as we speak. So you will have multiple opportunities that you could look for within your organization probably, or across the organization. You definitely can have a lot of networking opportunities even after your certification, which will ultimately help you achieve the career move that you are aspiring for. And about myself, I'm not just a trainer. I'm PMP certified. I'm working in an MNC. I have practical real-time experience. So the examples that I'm going to share with you all, or the learning that I'm going to share with you all, is real-time. And these have been dealt with and handled and resolved. And have conducted multiple trainings with 100% result. I'm an active member of PMI, and I am also leading PM community of practices in an MNC. Not just that, I'm a career counselor for multiple individuals. So this is the overall advantage that you have attending the training and completing certification through Refer Me Group over rest of the other training institute. What's the conclusion? The conclusion is really this. With PMP certification, it is easier for you to transition from individual contributor to the ladder of management. Industry prefers PMP certified individuals over non-certified professionals. There has been a lot of demand in the industry for certified PMPs. There are suppliers who are project managers, but not certified professionals. So when the demand is more, supply is less, there is no brainer to say that you have increased earning when you have certification. As I mentioned earlier, The concepts and the underlying principles that you learn in PMP is going to be domain and industry agnostics. And it is also proven statistically that people who have led the project with certification have increased project success over those who have been just doing project management. What does this all lead to? It truly means this. Whenever an organization is, let's say, bidding for a project, people where they are certified, the organization which has people certified as PMP definitely has an edge over those organization which has professionals but are not certified. So it's not just visibility for an organization in terms of winning the bid, but it's an visibility to you as an individual with the certification. With that, I conclude, and I look forward to meeting you all in the training and learning and growing together. Thank you.